Yeah. All right, guys, are you ready to save history and unleash some ki blasts?
You know it, Bajo. It's time to review Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Kamehameha! Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 continues 2 years after the story of the original game. There, a group known as the Time Patrol formed to keep history from being manipulated by the villains Toa and Mira. But now, they're back.
Yes, so once again, you get to create your own time patroller and take them into battle, going back in time to relive some of the biggest moments in the Dragon Ball timeline.
Yes, the whole story did feel like an excuse to create a sort of best-of Dragon Ball experience, didn't it? Which, if you're a fan of the anime and just want a bit of nostalgia, is fine, but as an original story, it comes across as a disjointed mishmash of moments and characters.
Piccolo! Gameplay-wise, you'll spend your time jumping between big battles and roaming around the open-world town of Conton City. In Conton City, you'll be able to take on side missions or visit the school to learn new techniques and advance your character's training level.
Great work. That's enough for now. You know, you're a lot better than I was when I started training.
It's also a large multiplayer hub where you can meet other players and do quests with them.
But really, all that stuff just feels like busy work in between the fights, which are the real meat and bones of this game. There's some deep battle mechanics though, with lots of combos and special moves to master. But for the most part, I found you didn't really need to use them. The quickest way to win most fights was just to do that sneaky dodge move to get behind an enemy, and then you can just mash one attack button to unleash a huge combo.
Yeah, I mean, the fights definitely look a lot more epic if you mix up your moves, but really, what's the point in looking fancy if it's not the most effective tactic?
Well, what style of fighting works well does largely depend on which race you choose and how you decide to spend your attribute points as you level up.
True, but I found the RPG side of this turned it into a bit of a grind. Most fights you can breeze through, but then you'll hit something that can wipe you out in a few hits.
Sorry, but you failed. You need to train harder.
So you must go back and do side quests and training until you've leveled up enough. I like the RPG mechanics in theory, but with this I felt like they were more of a roadblock to the fun.
I will say, though, it can look great at times. In the heat of battle, when you're pulling off some epic moves, it nails the feel of the anime. And there's some nicely animated cutscenes, too.
It's up to me. I will change the future!
But on average, it's not going to blow you away with its graphics.
Affirmative. And I always feel games with big 3D arenas in the sky are a bit of a cop-out. It doesn't take much to design empty space, does it?
No, but you know what? I think the biggest disappointment about this game is that it is just more of the same. It is not different enough from the last one. However, I think fans will get a kick out of the combat and reliving some of those battles. So I'm going to give it 3 rubber chickens.
I'm going to give it 2.5 out of 5.
Kamehame blah.
Darren.